The Japanese technology that scared the world has finally emerged from the shadows. While American and Chinese engineers raced to perfect their own flying machines, Japan quietly revolutionized solo flight with innovations that left its competitors speechless. Get ready to discover 15 groundbreaking jetpack inventions that are shocking the world. Let's go. Number 14. JB12 Jetpack. If there's one company consistently pushing the boundaries of human flight, it's Jetpack Aviation, and the JB12 Jetpack isn't just high-tech, it's battle-ready. Built in the United States, the JB12 is the latest model in a series of personal flight devices designed for serious performance. Powered by 6 turbojet engines, it offers insane levels of stability, maneuverability, and thrust control. That's crucial when you're flying at high speeds and dodging obstacles in real time. The JB12 was built with military and emergency use in mind. Imagine rapid insertions, rescues in hard-to-reach locations, or reconnaissance missions where traditional transport simply doesn't work. Thanks to Jetpack Aviation's engineering, the pilot controls flight with a set of joysticks, adjusting direction, altitude, and speed in the air with surprising ease. This isn't just a concept, it's been tested, and its compact size means it can be rapidly deployed, carried by one person, and stored in tight spaces. A huge advantage for military teams needing quick mobility without heavy equipment. With its powerful propulsion and agile design, the JB12 isn't just a flying machine, it's a strategic tool that could completely change how soldiers and first responders move in critical moments. Number 13. Bell Rocket Belt. Before all the modern, flashy technology, there was the Bell Rocket Belt, the jetpack that literally started it all. Developed in the United States in the 1960s, this hydrogen peroxide-powered marvel was the world's first functional personal flight device. And yes, it made its big debut in the James Bond classic Thunderball, launching it into pop culture history. Powered by a system that converted hydrogen peroxide into a jet of steam and oxygen, the Bell Rocket Belt could lift a person for about 20 seconds, reaching heights of 30 feet and speeds of up to 60 mph. Sure, that seemed short, but at the time it was nothing short of revolutionary. Originally developed for the American Army, the belt was tested for use in rapid troop movement and search and rescue missions. Number 12. Jetman's ground-to-sky breakthrough. Most jet-powered adventures need a helicopter or aircraft launch. But Vince Raffet took off directly from the ground and shot to over 5,900 feet in the air in just 30 seconds. This breathtaking moment happened in Dubai, where the legendary French stunt pilot, one of the original Jetman, made history by becoming the first person to perform a vertical takeoff from the ground using a carbon fiber jet wing. No runway, no lift assistance, just pure propulsion and lots of courage. Developed by Jetman Dubai, the wing was powered by 4 small but powerful mini-jet engines and controlled entirely by Raffet's body movements. Think of it as a personal fighter jet strapped to your back. He launched from a platform, hovered briefly, and then shot upward, reaching an altitude of nearly 6,000 feet. And the speed? Over 150 mph. Even more impressive, he had complete aerial control, making turns, banking, even stalling in the air like a bird of prey. No computerized steering, just Vince and the wing. This wasn't just about adrenaline. It proved that vertical personal flight without external launch systems is possible. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video. So, YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel, so leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 11. Sky Flash Jetpack. Jetpacks have long been the stuff of sci-fi dreams, but a real-life breakthrough might have just changed the game. Imagine cruising through the sky, defying gravity, and taking off without a runway. What if I told you that this wild idea is no longer a distant dream? In the early 2010s, the world was introduced to the Sky Flash, a homemade jetpack that left the tech world buzzing. Built by a group of ambitious engineers, this device wasn't just a toy. It was a powerful, high-speed flying machine capable of reaching up to 120 mm, and it wasn't some distant prototype that would never see the light of day. It was tested on real roads. Imagine that, an actual jetpack zigzagging like a motorcycle, but in the air. Mind-blowing, right? What made the Skyflash stand out? Well, this jetpack is powered by two small engines designed to generate enough thrust to lift a person off the ground. Not only that, but its DIY nature made it even more intriguing. This wasn't just some corporate-funded project. It was built by a few passionate individuals in their own garage. What a total game-changer in aviation. Number 10. The UK's real-life Iron Man. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a guy flying through the air with jet engines strapped to his arms. And no, this isn't a movie stunt. Developed by Richard Browning and his British company, Gravity Industries, the jet suit is probably the closest thing we've seen to a real-life Iron Man. This suit is powered by 5 small but powerful gas turbines that collectively produce over 1,000 horsepower. That's enough raw power to launch a human through the air at speeds over 50 Mach and climb up to 9,800 feet. But what really sets it apart? It's not just about flying. It's about control. Pilots can maneuver in the air with nothing but subtle arm movements. And thanks to Gravity's relentless testing and refinement, the suit has become stable enough for real-world applications, including military use. In fact, the UK's Royal Marines have already tested it for shipboarding operations. This isn't science fiction, it's today's technology. Even cooler, you can actually train to become a pilot. Gravity runs flight training programs where people can experience the suit firsthand, under expert supervision, of course. Number 9. NASA's Space Jetpack. You've seen jetpacks on Earth, but what about in space? The Manned Maneuvering Unit, or MMU. NASA's very own space jetpack that astronauts used to fly freely in orbit, untethered and alone, hundreds of miles above Earth. Developed in the 1980s by NASA and Martin Marietta, the MMU was a game-changer for space exploration. It was essentially a high-tech backpack with 24 small thrusters powered by compressed nitrogen, giving astronauts the ability to move in any direction without touching the spacecraft. And, yes, it worked. The MMU made its debut in 1984 when astronaut Bruce McCandless, II, performed the first untethered spacewalk, floating almost 300 feet away from the space shuttle. That photo of him drifting in the darkness, iconic. It wasn't just cool, it was a huge leap in astronaut mobility. Although NASA eventually retired the MMU for safety reasons, it proves something amazing. Controlled personal flight in space is possible. It opened the door for later technologies, like the safer system used today for emergency maneuvers outside the International Space Station. No jet flames, no wings, just cold gas, zero gravity, and human precision floating above. Earth. Number 8. Apollo Jetpack. If you've ever seen someone fly across a stadium during a halftime show or hover above a crowd at an amusement park, it was probably the Apollo Jetpack from Jetpack International. This jetpack isn't about futuristic prototypes or military missions. It's all about real performance that stops the crowd. Built in the USA and powered by hydrogen peroxide, the Apollo Jetpack blasts superheated steam through twin nozzles to generate lift, giving pilots about 30 seconds of controlled flight. And while that might not seem like much, those 30 seconds are enough to impress thousands of people. Pilots wearing the Apollo pack can take off vertically, hover, spin, and even steer through choreographed flight paths. The sound alone, like a roaring jet engine, grabs everyone's attention before the Jetman even leaves the ground. What makes it so unique? Unlike the kerosene or turbojet models, this one is designed for short, explosive bursts of action, perfect for entertainment, media stunts, and live demonstrations. No wings, no complex suit controls, just a high-pressure tank and 2 burning nozzles shooting you into the air. Jetpack International's pilots have flown all over the world, from parades and conventions to TV shows and festivals. It's less about distance and more about delivering a moment no one forgets. Number 7. VR Jetpack You Can Feel Flying With. A jetpack is already wild, But what about controlling it with your arms and seeing the sky through a virtual reality helmet? Welcome to the future of immersive flight built in the UK. This is the Daedalus flight pack developed by a British company called Air Oxo, and the mind behind it, Richard Mallett, a British engineer who wanted to change how we interact with flight itself, not just physically, but mentally. Here's how it works. The jetpack straps to your back and is powered by a hybrid engine setup designed for smooth vertical takeoff. But the real innovation, it's all in the control system. Instead of levers or joysticks, pilots use a VR headset and arm gesture sensors to steer. Want to turn left? Tilt your arm. Want to go up or down? Change your posture. The suit translates your body movements directly into flight commands, making the experience natural and fully immersive. The virtual headset adds a completely new layer too. It not only shows altitude, speed, and flight trajectory, but simulates weather conditions and helps the pilot train in real-time environments without leaving the ground. Still in the testing phase, the Daedalus pack aims to blend human reflexes and machine performance like never before. It's no longer just about flying. It's about feeling flight. Number 6. Germany's jet turbine wingsuit breakthrough. Gliding through the air like a flying squirrel is cool, but gliding with jet engines on your back? That's a completely different level of sky domination. Introducing the jet turbine wingsuit prototype, a bold invention from Germany that took traditional wingsuit flight and turned it into something completely futuristic. Designed by Peter Salzmann, an Austrian stuntman and parachutist in partnership with BMW, this wingsuit features a sleek electric turbine right on the chest. Here's the twist. Unlike standard wingsuits that rely purely on gravity and air currents, this prototype features a dual-rotor propulsion system that gives the pilot lift and forward thrust. That means more time in the air, controlled acceleration, and the ability to climb during flight, something wingsuit flyers have never been able to do before. During its first manned test flight, Salzmann launched himself from a helicopter at 10,000 feet, glided over the Austrian Alps, and activated the jets mid-air. The result? He flew faster, farther, and with more precision than any wingsuit person before him. Though still in development, this project marks a huge step forward in wearable aviation. Lightweight electric turbines, aerodynamic fabric, and body-controlled navigation. It's part science fiction, part serious engineering. Number 4. Switzerland's human jet. Flying over the Swiss Alps with nothing but jet-powered wings strapped to your back. This isn't a movie scene, it's Yves Rossi, the original Jetman making aviation history. Coming from Switzerland, Yves Rossi is a former fighter pilot who built his own carbon fiber wing equipped with 4 mini engines. No cockpit, no landing gear, just a pair of rigid wings, throttle controls in his hands, and nerves of steel. Rossi first shocked the world in the mid-2000s when he jumped from a plane and fired up those engines. Gliding over the Alps like a human aircraft, he reached speeds of over 180 mph while navigating mountain passages, executing rolls, and maintaining altitude using only subtle shifts in his body. The flight was more than just a daredevil stunt. It was proof of concept. A person powered by jet engines in complete control, moving through the sky without a traditional aircraft. Rossi went on to fly over the Grand Canyon, the English Channel, and even alongside commercial jets in formation. Number 2. Maverick Jetpack. Ever dreamed of taking flight with nothing more than a jetpack strapped to your back? What sets the Maverick Jetpack apart from other personal flight devices is its impressive hands-free capability. Yes, you heard that right. This jetpack requires no control levers or handles. Instead, it uses a unique system that allows the pilot to maneuver simply by shifting body weight. It's like something out of a futuristic spy movie where the hero effortlessly glides through the air. Talk about next-level innovation. Developed by Maverick Aviation, this jetpack isn't just about style. It's about making flight safer, more intuitive, and more accessible. With its lightweight design and easy control system, the Maverick could very well be the jetpack that brings personal flight to the masses. Imagine cutting through the skies without even needing to touch a button. It's smooth, It's futuristic, and it's definitely the kind of technology that makes you say, this is what the future looks like. But it doesn't stop there. The Maverick Jetpack is built for versatility. It has potential for everything from high-speed emergency rescues to military applications. Number 1. France's Sky Surfer. Who would have thought a hoverboard could actually become real and fly up to 10,000 feet? Well, Frankie Zapata, a French inventor and former jet ski champion, made it happen. The Flyboard Air, one of the wildest jetpack inventions ever seen. This thing isn't strapped to your back, it's strapped to your feet. Using 5 turbojet engines, the Flyboard Air can blast through the sky at impressive speeds of 146 km/h, and get this, it's completely untethered. No water hoses, no cables, just pure jet power and balance. Frankie first impressed the world in 2016, but he took things up a notch in 2019 when he flew across the English Channel on this beast. That moment wasn't just historic, it proved that the Flyboard Air could handle long-range flight, high speeds, and serious altitude. Since then, he's been working on military versions and defense collaborations, which might very well turn this wild ride into a battlefield game-changer. Are you seeing this video that is appearing on the screen? Click on it, because I have set it aside especially for you to watch. If you like this video, I'm sure you'll like our recommendation. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.